And welcome back to another edition of How Not to Souls. Today we're looking at a Dark Sorceress build in Dark Souls 3, kind of a sister to the Dark build in Dark Souls 2. This build is a very potent build in PvE. In PvP, on the other hand, I would say it's still potent. It's hard to get off your attacks with more experienced players or just dodge happy people, which you're entitled to do because it's PvP. But anyway, let's take a look at our stat block. We are rocking at 122, a 35 vigor for a nice, decent health pool. 30 attunement. We could have gone more, but at the time, stat requirements for other things and other plans I had relegated things to 30. Still a fair amount of FP. 30 endurance for a decent amount of stamina so we can cast our spells properly. 13 vitality was based, that's boosted with the prisoner's chain, but we'll take a look at the rings in a minute. Strength 16 and dex 15 met for requirements for the onyx blade, which I got early in game, and then I didn't really change it outside of that after that because everything else weapon wise didn't need more than what we had. 60 intelligence for those potent spells, and I don't recommend going beyond it unless you're a new game plus. I mean, you can, that's all up to you. I have 20 faith because I started off as a pyromancer and then I had to rearrange the build a bit to get it to be max damage, and it was totally worth rearranging to a sorcerer from a pyromancer. And then a 7 luck. Equipment wise, we're rocking a +5 moonlight greatsword, scholar's candlestick for a boost on our magic. Other weapons we're rocking: crystal claymore, which was huge, onyx blade also huge, and a reinforced dark sword, which was a mainstay for a majority of the run. I kind of removed it because it just was kind of obsolete, especially with the moonlight greatsword and the crystal claymore scaling with my intelligence much better than the dual scaling from faith and intelligence because we jumped away from the pyromancy. Then we got our +10 pyromancy flame because we will still use pyromancies from now on, because I mean you can cast everything with this build, so that's what makes it relatively versatile. +10 murky longstaff for a catalyst that scales well with dark. A murky handscythe for a nice little sidearm, not sand arm. A blindfold mask, which is the dark equivalent of the crown of dusk. Jailer robe, black witch wrappings, and dark leggings, all for fashion. And the dark leggings actually go really well with the witch garb, as you can see. Our rings, we're rocking the sage ring, the bellowing dragon crest ring for boosting our sorceries, dark clutch ring to boost our dark attack, and our prisoner change for more vigor, endurance, and vitality. And our consumables are our consumables, and arrows are just kind of, we use them seldomly, but if you choose to use them, arrows and or bolts, be my guest. Our spells, we'll do it in order of how I would do them in a fight. We got affinity, which is outstanding. It's a little slow, but it's good tracking, and it does a lot of damage with all of our upscaling for magic and dark magic. Great soul dregs, which is really the jam. That is what gives our damage hefty damage. Dark edge, which useful at times. I wouldn't say it's useful all the time, but it can catch enemies off guard. Especially with roll catching, it might work. I don't know. Great deep soul for just a lower level dark spell that we can cast with random adds. And black serpent, which is really just our pyromancy slot. So overall, a very potent PvE build. Every now and then you'll come across a boss or something that has high resistance to dark magic, but we have other options since we are a hybrid caster essentially. So and then with PvP, like I said, mixed bag. It's not the best for PvP, but once you get some people, you like 2 hitting them, maybe even 1 hitting them. But that's if you can catch them with your spells. Like, I mean, if you're going melee and on a magic build, you better have higher strength than what I have. But otherwise, I'd say a build worth doing. And hope you enjoyed the PvP and PvE footage. Thank you much, and I'll see you later.